What's going on, everybody? This is Nick again, your host, the sports guy on the mic, and today we're going to be talking a little bit more college football. But today is a special one because my first guest, which is my cousin, which is family, and we talk football all the time, and it's going to be kind of fun getting him on here and talking college football and a little bit of fantasy football as well. So my cousin Kelsey will be with us today, and I'm pretty excited about it. So, one thing you guys need to know about my cousin is he is an Auburn fan. So we're not gonna hold that against him too much. As I wore my Alabama shirt today to kind of show him where we at today. But yeah, I'll let my cousin introduce himself a little bit, and we'll get into some fantasy talk and some college football. So what's going on, cuz? You
Yeah,
good?
yeah, fam. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
my name's Kelsey. Everybody call me Kelp. Like Nick said, man, diehard Auburn fan. Love all types of sports, but got that real love for college football. Um, I got an affinity for Auburn and probably the Boston Celtics. But as far as any sports, man, I can watch it all. We recently just got finished up with the World Cup, man, and I fell in love with soccer, man. Just in that month-long tournament, just super clutch games, just a good time, man. But yeah, man, just the overall sports guy, just like you, man. Just like to talk about it.
Yeah, man, that World Cup was fun to watch. I know me and him, man, cuz kept up, and it was a good filler in between the football season, just kind of having something to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun time. I wish it wasn't so long. 4 years kind of seems like a long time, but I mean, but it was fun to kind of keep up with that.
Shoot, I'm gonna get into
Uh,
the women's. I think the women's is next
oh
year,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll be watching that most definitely. So I'm most definitely a soccer fan now. I will say, always kind of liked it, but soccer has most definitely kind of jumped in. Um, Makes me interested in that. So. Um, well, listen, guys, we're gonna talk about. So I'm gonna go run through like kind of what we'll be talking about today. Oh, not only is Kelsey, one of my cousin, we talk college football and all sports, like he said. I like to get people on here. Again, I told you guys I'm a just a regular day, everyday fan. Give you guys just that casual conversation. We're not any analysts or any professional athletes. We just come to you raw with, just talk, sports talk. So, because it is also in my fantasy football league, so we will be talking a little bit of fantasy football today. We'll talk a little bit about that. Then we'll talk college football, a little bit of SEC, some predictions, some playoff predictions. And then we'll give you guys like a little bit of Heisman talk as well. So we'll jump right into it, guys, and get into the first discussion, which is the fantasy football. Um, so we do got a draft coming up, cuz. So how you feeling about the draft?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Until I looked at it, which probably about 2 days ago, I forgot we was redrafting.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So
so the whole strategy is kind of different. I've been so used to the last what 3 4 years, just kind of filling in the gaps.
mhm.
Now we got to draft the whole team. So I'm not gonna lie, I need to study. I haven't really looked at it.
Yeah, so you can overwhelm yourself by just looking at fantasy year round, which is kind of hard for some people not to do. But so yeah, so quick breakdown, guys, and I will be getting a little bit more in depth with my fantasy football league, as I told you guys, we'll be following along. Our league is going about over 12 years strong, man. We got a good solid group of guys that the core of the guys are, cats that we grew up with, and then we've added some people along the way, and I feel like we got a good group of guys, and we have fun with it. But we started out with just a redraft league. Every single year, you get a new team, and then we kind of went from the redraft league to I think it was a 7-man keeper league, cause I think it was, and
Yeah.
then dynasty league started to like really take off and become popular. So we took that keeper league to a dynasty league. So most definitely different strategies which within each one of those each one of those things. So like he's saying, you got to kind of figure out a way to draft the right team based on what kind of format you're looking at. So we are doing a dynasty this year. So we got about I think our draft is on the 30th of August, so it's coming up pretty quick. So it's time to start looking at it a little bit. But
What
for
year
you,
is this,
Cut,
fam?
what's
This
that?
year 11?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually, yeah, year 11, we're over 10 years, I know for sure. So this would be good. Now, one thing about Cuz, real quick about Cuz, he always ends up in the top, top three, top four teams, really top two a lot of the times. And he still not has won his first fantasy championship, which I know he's looking forward to trying to get one of those, but he's been really, really close. And I think if you look at the history of our league, he is in the top two as far as wins, inside of the league. So he is very competitive in that aspect of it, but he's just missing the hardware to go with it. So
Yeah, I
he trying to
choke in
get
the
that.
I choke in the playoffs, man. Yeah, like Nick said, if you go look at the league history, I'm probably top two in total wins, and every year I think I made it to like the third round before, but most of the time it's like first or second round, I'm knocked out of there.
Yeah, for sure. So what's your draft strategy when you go in? Like, so when you do your draft strategy, are you looking at like for you, for me, I'll start like, I kind of like build a top 10 players list. Um no matter what position, and I try to go get those guys no matter what. Within the first like two or three rounds, if I can get those guys on my team first, I start there, and then I kind of go off of like a strategy of like what position groups where I need to draft each round. So how do you kind of start yours off? Like, do you have a
Yeah,
strategy that you normally do or what?
yeah, kind of the same. I probably don't do 10. I probably start with the my top five that I think I can get in the first 5 rounds.
Yeah,
And of course, that's not going to work out. There's somebody going to get your player. So I have an alternate player. So I probably will have 10 total like you,
yeah,
but a lot of people are kind of opposed to, targeting a quarterback early, but man, I think quarterback is important. So if I see a quarterback I want early, I'll get him in the first round. I don't care what Chad say. Uh,
yeah.
but I mean, yeah, you wanna make sure you get those receivers and those running backs because they gon' you can have so many on the team in the starting lineup. So you want to make sure you got enough of them on your roster. But
Right.
yeah, like I said, if I see a quarterback, I'm I'm gonna get him early if that's the guy I want.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, for me, quarterback is very important, like you said, but I feel like there's like maybe, three or four like real difference makers in that quarterback spot. And beyond that point, because if you're not going to go get those running quarterbacks, the ones that can get in the end zone with the feet as well, then sometimes you can probably pick up some of those guys like, mid round. So, but yeah,
But
that's one into
when you think about it, because I mean, all quarterbacks mobile now. When you really
that's
think about
true.
it,
That's
so
true.
I
I
think I
know.
think pretty much any starting quarterback is gonna get you some nice points. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the most you know pocket heavy quarterback? Probably, uh,
Joe Burrow, maybe.
yeah, Joe Burrow. I get,
Yeah.
yeah, he don't run a lot, but other than that, like even Josh Allen, he running a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, Jalen Hurts, he gonna give you that tush push. He
Yeah.
gonna get those touchdowns.
No, for
So yeah,
sure.
I think quarterbacks okay to take early if that's your strategy.
No, 1,000%. So, are you more of a running back early type person, or are you more of a quarterback early type person? Which one are you putting before
In this day and age, I'm probably going quarterback
quarterback?
because a quarterback can run it and throw it. Like I said, most of them are dual threats
Yeah.
and they touch the ball every time. So
Yeah.
I'm just from my experience in our league, maybe it's the points, how we got the point system. But
Hmm.
I've seen people in our league that don't have a quarterback and they've been struggling. You
Yeah, it's
know,
very true. I mean, yeah, and that's another thing, man. I talked about it before. You got to most definitely look at the settings in your league, man, and base what you do off of how your league setting is. But we got a couple cats in our league, like Cuz said, they gonna do, they gonna draft, how they draft, and they'll go with it. So, um, so I think, like, what do you think, the biggest mistake some people make in fantasy when they're drafting? Do you think, for me, I'll answer, and I'll let you get one, but like, I think sometimes people wait way too long to draft a quality tight end. I think that they sleep on the tight end position and they kind of end up, it's in round, 6 or 7, and they're like, okay, man, I need to go get a tight end. And sometimes those tight ends are so top heavy that it's kind of hard to find a legit tight end. Because if you got a good tight end, they can give you a lot of points like a receiver. And, you know, um, if you end up with a lower end tight end, then it's kind of you're missing a lot of points right there in that position. So, well, what do you think is some mistakes that people making when they're drafting?
I think kind of sleeping on the defensive side. Man, who was it?
That's a good
Miles
one.
Garrett. Miles Garrett got me, some a couple 50-point games last year.
Sure did. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
he single-handedly won me a few games, without him. So yeah, you gotta that's a money position. You know what I'm saying? He's getting more points than a receiver. So why not, if you see that on the board and you don't have that
Uh-huh.
on your roster, I mean, go for it because he's gonna get you just as many points as a receiver, running back. So you can't ignore that position just because it's fantasy football. That don't mean the defensive player is not gonna get you points.
Yeah, that's real important. I mean, and guys, so ours is a little different. We don't have the team defense in our league, in our fantasy league. We have independent defensive players. So we actually have a defensive lineman, a linebacker, and a DB. So uh, what Cuz is saying is real important. You got to make sure you get one of those top guys there because they can most definitely you can end up with a few weeks with 0 points at some of those positions if you don't have
Yeah.
a guy out there making noise. So yeah, no, most definitely on that, man. But yeah, let's jump into a couple of breakout players, man. You got any breakout players that you looking at this year, fantasy wise?
Uh, I
For
think
me, man,
Joe gonna come back strong.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he
Wow.
he he do he do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's been hurt. That first, did he make it to the conference championship? His first, was it first 2 years? I know
Yeah.
they
First
lost to.
first year he got hurt, I believe, and second year he went to a Super Bowl. I believe that was.
Yeah,
So yeah.
but yeah, he's been hurt the last couple of years. I think he gonna come back
Nice.
strong, man.
Nice. Yeah. Joe Burrow is one of those guys that I go back and forth with, man. I know that's a unpopular opinion, man. I think, obviously great talent, good quarterback, proven. But my problem with him is he can't stay healthy, man. And to me, your best attribute in the NFL or and fantasy wise, which what we're talking about is like you got to be able to play. And if I can't use you, then you're not real valuable. So if he can stay
Yeah,
healthy, man, I'm with you. Dude to be up there, most definitely. But
yeah.
I guess my sleeper is gonna be I'm trying to stay away from Titans players, man, because everybody know I'm a Titans guy. But I do believe Cam Ward will be a sleeper guy that'll come out. And also I got R.J. Harvey, which is the running back for Denver. I think he'll be a sleeper. But
That the guy from UCF?
yeah, so the running back down there, yeah, he played actually really well last year too. I think he got a bunch of carries down there, man. That dude was I had him in one of my leagues and I liked him a lot. So I think he'll be a guy they lean on heavy this year. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, college wise, you saying he went to where? Where you say he go?
I'm pretty sure he went to UCF. He played for Gus for a couple
Okay,
of
yeah,
years. I
yeah.
think that's the same guy.
Yeah, so I mean, I like him, man. He run hard, but a bus player, I get. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. You're gonna have to watch out for that dude this year, man. I think he gonna burn a couple people this year, man. I think if people go heavy on him and rely on him, that might be somebody you want to kind of be cautious with. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Um, so man, cuz give me, we're going to last thing we'll talk about fantasy wise, man. Give me again, we got over 10 years plus in fantasy together with a bunch of other guys that we grew up with, like we said, that we're in the group chat with. Literally talk every single day in that group chat, man. What's one of the most funniest stories or a story you can't forget fantasy wise in our league over the years? What you
Uh,
got?
that's easy, man. Was it? I think you may have been the second or third year, man. We had a big draft party at my house, so the whole day we getting ready for that, and I'm not looking at no sports center, nothing. I kind of, like I said, like I told you, I got my top five players that I'm gonna target if I can get them if they don't get picked up. So I kind of got them in my queue ready to go, and we drafting. It gets to my turn. I uh I draft Edelman. And I'm like, hell yeah, I got him, man. I got Edelman. That's a nice pickup. That's when Brady was, they was in Boston. He was,
Yeah, yeah.
10 catches a game probably. And everybody started laughing at me, bro. Like, what y'all on? Man, he had just broke his leg, man. He
Yeah,
had just broke his
like
leg, and I didn't
literally
know.
like within 10 minutes he broke his leg, man. So and the thing about this is not that cuz drafted him and then he broke his leg. He literally had broke his leg. We hit with just was
Before the
talking
draft.
about it. Yeah, before the draft and cuz drafted him and was super excited about my man. Like he was coming back the next week.
Any
So
other day, I'm on Twitter, I'm on ESPN,
yeah.
just looking at news, but I just didn't look at it that day.
Yeah,
And
and and
yeah,
and, and there was some liquid courage involved in the draft, So Cuz was feeling himself a little bit, so but that was fun. That was funny, and funny thing is, man, that's the one I got written down to, so I can't even use that one. So, that was one that everybody will remember for sure.
what did I name
But
my fantasy team that year?
what's
Edelman's
that?
leg. I
Oh
end up,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, you sure did. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I felt like that was a perfect name for it that year, most definitely. Um, but yeah, so yeah, man. Yeah, that wraps it up with the fantasy talk, man. We excited about the draft this year that's coming up in a couple of weeks. We got that's gonna be a long draft though, because like I said, we got a redraft from the beginning, so we'll be there for some hours. So, I think I'll do like a little live room for that, so people that want to join in and kind of see anybody else in the league and see how we interact with each other. That'll be kind of fun. But we'll get into that most definitely. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Before we go, man, what pick you got? Do you remember what pick you got in the draft? You
I
don't even
don't.
remember?
I
He
want to
Cuz
say,
really has not looked at it yet. He's really
yeah.
waiting until the week before to get to real dial in.
You
So
know how if you don't open
that's
an app for a while, it deletes. So I had to
update.
reinstall it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's when I
yeah,
looked and I saw all the open positions. I was like, damn, we redrafted. So and
yeah, yeah,
that was
yeah,
literally
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
So, but I
Not
want to say I'm like the fifth or sixth pick, I think.
Yeah, cool, cool. All right, good deal, man. So, man, look, we about to get into it now, man. College football, segment two, we'll get into this. You know, again, cuz is one of my closest cousins, and we didn't live like down the street like I wish we would have from each other, but had plenty of times where we linked up, with family gatherings and all that kind of stuff. I always look forward to that. So we watched plenty of sports together growing up. I got plenty of memories. But one thing I do know, we both love college football, man. We both love sports in general, like we talked about, but college football, I think it's fair to say that we both like really like that a whole lot. So we can talk it for sure. But yeah, we're gonna jump right into it, man. Cuz man, let's just start with it, man. Do you think the SEC is still the best conference in the nation, or do you think that they have fell off it?
Yeah, I think The SEC is still the best, man. I definitely think there's more parity, you know, through the whole landscape just because of NIL. But from top to bottom, I mean, it's the SEC. I mean, you can lose any given Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, these other teams like in these other conferences, you know, they got about 7 or 8 easy games a year,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm.
nobody in the SEC can say that. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, we may get we had to look at the the college football playoff picture, but we may get 4 or 5 teams in the playoffs, and
Mm-hmm.
they all may have three losses. There may be a 4 loss team in the playoffs from the SEC this year.
Yeah. It should be. It should be if it comes down to that. But I mean, I'm with you, man. I think, you know, I most definitely think the gap is getting closer, most definitely. But I mean, top to bottom, man. I mean, shoot, I think, you know, they clearly have won. Big Ten has won like the last four, 3 or 4 or whatnot. But you know, I think, you know, you winning the national championship most definitely carries weight for the best conference. But shit, man, to me, if you're gonna look at the best conference, like you got to think about who got the best players. And if you're looking at the NFL draft, most of the guys that's coming into the draft are coming from the SEC, right? So, you know, if you're talking about, you know, what's the best conference out, or what's the best league out there, and the NFL is it, and the NFL continues to draft SEC guy after SEC guy. Not to say the Big Ten don't get draft picks, which I know, you know, people will come back and say, well, the Big Ten gets drafted, you know, players drafted all the time. I get that, but I promise you, if you look at the top 300 players or the top 100 players in the NFL, they're coming from the SEC, a lot of those guys. So I think the Big Ten most definitely is making noise and closing that gap, but I still think the SEC is the best conference. But that's just my opinion on it. So I'm with you, cuz I
No,
believe that
yeah,
too.
yep.
Um, what's your surprise team this year? Give me two. Give me two surprise teams, like some a team that's gonna pop up on someone and be like, you know, yo, I'm here, and you know, you didn't see me, but now you do.
In the
Uh,
SEC or the whole
any
country.
nah, bro, anywhere, any in the country, it don't matter. Like it can be all SEC, it could be in the, you know, wherever. What you thinking?
Yeah, just off the top of my head, I I think I think SMU is gonna show
Mm,
some people some in the ACC.
okay.
Uh, just because they got Kevin Jennings coming back. He's a pretty good quarterback. I think he had like 3,600 yards last year,
Yeah.
and they have a veteran offensive line. And in college football, that's I mean, uh, veteran offensive line and a veteran quarterback. That's half the battle. And then they
Yeah.
also have a veteran defense as a whole. And then I like Rhett Lashley. You know, he always have a great offense. So I think they gonna surprise some people.
I like
I
that one.
think they
I
gonna
like that
be
one.
yeah. Everybody picking Miami. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna pick SMU right now, but
Mm-hmm.
like you
It's
said, you know, dark horse. I think I think they'll
okay.
be up there.
I like that one. I'm gonna also go ACC, man. I'm gonna go Virginia Tech. I think that that's a team that uh could, you know, James Franklin go, you know, taking over down there. I'm not real sure about like what talent they got there, but I do know he a damn good coach, and he, you know, went to Vanderbilt, did his thing there, and then went to Penn State and had great seasons there, even though he got, you know, let go. Still was a respectable 10-2 type dude every single year. So I think if he goes down there, Virginia Tech is a historical program that's made, you know, tons of noise in the past. So I think that's a program that could, with the right coach, could you know, come back and get some life in them. So with Franklin down there, I'll say watch out for them. Maybe again,
They got a unique situation too, man. So of course you got James Franklin. Of course, some players from Penn State follow him,
uh
but they were also able to keep some key players because if I'm not mistaken, unless he got another job, you know, after he brought him on, but James Franklin brought the coach that got fired. He brought him on on the staff.
Oh wow, I didn't know
So,
that. So
but
the head coach that got fired, he brought him back to the
yeah,
staff. Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's a
Well, we can
that's a
fact
flip.
check that, but I'm pretty sure. Like I said, if he's not on there now, it's because he had got another job after he had hired him. But I'm
Okay,
pretty sure he hired him.
that'd be a good way to try to keep retention, though. I
That's
mean,
yeah,
guys,
that's what I'm
that's
saying. He kept
yeah,
some key
yeah.
players on that team because of that.
Similar to kind of like how Auburn was doing whenever they, try to
Kept
keep some of
Durkin.
the,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Nah, most definitely. And then what give me we got two more on this one, man. Give me the biggest disappointment of the year. Like what's at the end of the season when everything is over with, like who is a team that you think, man, they're gonna probably disappoint some people and not perform up to the par that they think they are.
I was gonna say Ohio State, but
Oh,
nah,
that's a hot take. Hot take.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go LSU, man. I
LSU.
think it's a lot of hype around LSU right now.
LSU. Good pick.
And
Good pick.
I mean, Kiffin is a good coach, but at the end of the day, man, he's never really won nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you probably got access to a different type of player at LSU,
hmm
but just because you get in Lane Kiffin, that don't mean it's about to just click that fast. And they're almost saying, national championship or bust. That's how they talking right now.
Yeah.
And they
That's
spent
most
a lot of money.
Yeah, that's why
But
you gotta talk like that, I think, because that's
yeah,
no, I can see that, man. I can
but
see
I
that.
I, I say I think there'll be a disappointment not because they gonna go 7-5 or something like that, but I think they can go 10-2 and lose some, not and lose early in the playoffs or not make it to the SEC championship or what
Yeah.
have you, and that'll be a disappointment to them.
No, for sure. No, I can see that most definitely. I got mine down as Indiana. I think man, I'm probably gonna get burnt on this one again, bro. But beat the hell out of my team, man. I'm not taking anything away from them, man. I think that with the average age group of those guys they had last year played a big part in what they do. Um, Mixed with Mendoza playing at a elite level, obviously won the Heisman. Can you replace that production with Mendoza with elite play from the guy they got now? I think his name is Josh. Can you get play from him to match up to that? And then can they bring in you know the experience that they had with the age group they had and continue to win games? I mean, they had a bunch of close games last year as well, so that it wasn't like they smacked every single team they played last year. There was some close games in there. But I do believe at the end of this season, there'll be one that probably, not saying they'll be like a trash team or anything like that, but probably just didn't reach that level that people thought they were going to be at. I think at the end of the year, you'll hear a lot of conversations like, "Oh, they had a good season, but nah, wasn't what I thought they were going to be." And then honorable mention, yeah, I'll put Ole Miss in there. I think they'll probably drop off a little bit. I don't know if they're gonna be the same either. But last one, man. What's the biggest the coach under the most pressure going into this year? Who's one of those coaches that you think, I don't want to say hot seat, but got a lot of pressure on them?
Yeah, I'm glad you put it that way. Not the hot seat,
Yeah,
but you gotta come through this year.
yeah, yeah.
That's Sark at
Sorry,
Texas, man. You got
sorry.
everything you need. Got my
Yeah,
got my boy Cam Coleman, man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate I hate it,
yeah.
but I mean, you got everything you need. You got the defense. A lot of key pieces come back on defense. You got Arch. It's gonna be
hmm
Arch's what, third year,
Third year, man.
second year starting, but third year.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, got the running
Two elite
backs.
running backs.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got everything. Like
yeah.
I think for him this year, it's championship or bust.
I agree, man. They got everything but the schedule on their side. Cause I did look at their schedule, man. Their
I haven't
schedule
looked
is,
at it.
yeah, their
It's tough.
schedule is crazy, man. They got Ohio State. They got obviously Oklahoma on that schedule. Tennessee. They got to go to Tennessee. They got Texas A&M. They got um, you know, a bunch of games on that. Ole Miss is on that schedule as well. So I think,
Well, think about
you,
what you just said. They
yeah,
pretty much they got an SEC schedule
yeah, they
with
got it.
Ohio State. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. Who the
yeah,
best conference in the
yeah,
nation? I digress. But no, man, I hear you. But the coach I'm going with, I like that pick a lot, man. Sark is one of those guys. I think you're 100% correct, bro. I think he gotta come correct this year. Our people down in Texas gonna be starting to ask a lot of questions, but I'm gonna go with Dan Lanning, man. I think Dan Lanning is in a similar situation as Sark. I think he got a great team with a lot of players coming back and arguably one of the best rosters in the nation too. So he's another one of those coaches that's continuing to win the big games in the regular season and get to the playoffs and not really come away with the championship. So I think Dan Lanning will be that guy for me that's under a lot of pressure and he got to get it done. So but I think both of those picks are real good picks, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see how that jumps off, man. But let's get into the next one, man. I think let's talk a little bit of Auburn, man. That's your team. That's your team, cuz, and a lot of expectations for them, new coach and everything. But yeah, just give me your outlook on Auburn this year and what you feeling and what you thinking. I know we always talk about this before the season start, but we can go ahead and talk about it now.
yeah, man. I like that there are no expectations. There are expectations from Auburn fans, but as far as the general public, like the expectations are super low. The bar is low. Um, I've gotten burned probably I think last 5 years. I've been betting the over on the wins, and we hadn't hit in 5 years.
Yeah,
Um,
7.5 this year, or is it what it is?
yeah,
Or yeah,
yeah. But I like us, man. I mean, I know I say it every year, but I think we gonna surprise some people. It's a lot to say about, that many players coming from the previous school, having
mm,
that, cohesion. You got, a quarterback been with his head coach and OC for 3 years.
yeah,
A lot of schools can't say that. Um, So I really like us on the offensive side because of that. Just some key pieces in key positions.
hmm
But what really makes me like us is the defense, man. Durkin, I mean, not just I mean I think he's the best DC in the country. The way he prepares every single game last year, we we should have won. Every
hmm
game we lost was, by a score.
That Oklahoma game was crazy, bro.
We didn't give up over 24 points until the 10th game of the season against
hmm
Vanderbilt. And that's
hmm
after Freeze got fired.
hmm
So you mean to tell me we can't? I think it was 21 points. So you
hmm
can't score 22 points. A Freeze offense can't score 23 points.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I know it was a
Um.
lot of frustration within that for sure. So,
Yeah. But yeah,
the
man, I
biggest,
like I like Golish. He's saying all the right things, but like I said, I've been burned too many times. So you got to show me. You
yeah,
got to show me. But he is saying all the right things. And I think we're gonna surprise some people, man. We can pull up the schedule. I will say that September schedule is looking
yeah. Let's
good. But
run through the schedule
October,
real quick. You got the schedule right there.
let me pull it up.
Yeah, let's run through. Give me your go through your schedule and give me your win losses of the season. So you said it's at 7.5 on FanDuel. Oh, let me see. I think it's 7.5 last time I checked. But
Yeah, man. September. I like September. October is tough. Listen to this
okay.
October. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready
At
for it.
at Tennessee,
Okay.
At Georgia,
Mm.
LSU at home, and then Ole Miss at home.
So
So we got
Tennessee,
Tennessee,
Georgia.
Georgia, LSU, and Ole Miss in
Yeah,
October.
that's a tough. That's a that's a hell of a. Hey, but that's SEC, like we just said. Texas, we was just talking about it.
Yeah,
Now Auburn with that. That's tough. But again, man, I keep it real, like with you all the time. We always try to do that with each other, with respected rival. But Auburn, I agree. Defense, to me, their biggest strength is their defense. You know, I think Auburn has a crazy high ceiling, whether people want to believe that or not. Uh, a lot of a lot of good football players there. I'm with you. The loss of Cam Coleman kind of stung a little bit, but I do believe you needed a coach change there, man. I kind of
yeah,
felt like
for
that,
sure.
but I think, with this, coach coming in, I think it's gonna be a little bit of different ball game, man. And if you can get any type of play like you did from the defense last year, like get close to that, and then get a productive offense, you win some of those games that you lost last year, and now you talking about a whole different ball game, which, hell, if you just look at the Iron Bowl, the last few years of like how that went down too, Auburn is wins away, man, from just like, turning the corner, which we know. But what would be your biggest concern for Auburn going into next year? Like for you, if you're like, man, this is a concern I have, and if it's not a concern next year, then I really feel good about where we at.
Offensive line, and
Offensive
and
line.
and, and that's a big one.
Yeah,
Just found out today, Ty Buster is out for half the season. He was supposed to be
yeah,
a starter, and we was already kind of thin because he did bring a couple players from USF, and it's just it's still up in the air. Are they going to be able to compete at this level? I think they will
yeah.
because I mean they're not the biggest players, but they're very smart,
Right,
and um we got the right mix of USF guys and then guys that's been here in the SEC.
right.
Um, so yeah, that's the biggest concern. Other than that, I would say it's not real a huge concern, but receiver, you just got to show me.
Mm-hmm.
We all the guys came from USF again on from the receiver side, and I just want to prove it in SEC,
Yeah,
which I think they will. But those would be the biggest concerns. The biggest bright spot is going to be on defense. This is the best linebacker core I've probably seen at
yeah,
Auburn since them '06 team, them
yeah,
'04 '06 teams.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I really like our linebackers, man.
yeah. I think Auburn would be I think they'd be tough, man. And last thing, can you see them? Can you see a world where they contend in the SEC this year? I mean, I think all we've been hearing about is Georgia, Texas, and Texas A&M and M and Oklahoma as far as those big dogs in the SEC this year. Is Auburn one of those teams you think, hey, slow your roll a little bit. They can contend if things go right this year. Or are you like more of a like a we need 1 or 2 years before then we can be a contender, or like where you
Nah,
at?
nah, he ain't getting no time, bro.
Yeah,
Simply
yeah,
because we were a below average offense away from doing something special last year.
right,
And we
right,
didn't lose that much for a drop off.
yeah, yeah,
What all we did was lose some offensive players. So we getting the
yeah,
whole defense back, and we hired a coach that specializes in offense. I know we've been doing that for the last few hires, and that didn't work out. But
yeah,
I really think Golish. I mean, like I said, if we had a below average offense last year, we would have won quite a few games. We didn't even have a below average
yeah,
offense. It was horrible.
yeah, yeah.
Um. So yeah, man.
Well, cool, man. Yeah, I think they can be a contender too, man. They get the right things clicking for them, then that quarterback, man. I seen dude Byron Brown. I seen him do crazy stuff last year. I mean, I've had a few games I had betted on last year from him, and he'll playmaker most definitely. So, So I'm excited to see what y'all gonna be like this year too, man. I always got to kind of keep an eye on Auburn, because it's last game of the season. I got to know what kind of team we got to run into. Um, so yeah, we'll be on the lookout for the Auburn Tigers, man. And I know you excited to see them. I think they got a big game against Baylor first week, so that's
Yeah,
gonna be fun. That's one of the highlight games of the first week to me.
yeah.
One of the two. So that
I will say, I think anything less than 8 wins is a failure.
I like that. I like that.
I think we can get 9.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah,
but
but if you're at 8, you're like
well,
it's
since
improvement from
well,
last year.
just because we ain't just trying to improve a little bit. So you didn't go bring your quarterback and with knowing that some key players was gonna leave.
Hmm.
So some key future players left
Yeah,
because you brought that quarterback in. You didn't. I hope you didn't do that to go win 6 or 7 games. You
yeah,
you did
yeah,
that to really compete, which
yeah.
I think we can. Like I said, I think we get 9, man. I'm looking at the schedule now. I think we get 9.
I like that. I think that can be done, man. You get things clicking right, then I most definitely can see that. All right, cuz we're gonna get into some college football playoff predictions, man. And I'll give you so we're basically gonna just think in the future, thinking like everything, the dust is settled, the games have been lost and won, and the playoff committee picked their final 12 teams, and they kind of got through the little playoff bracket. And what's those final four teams that you looking at like at the end of the year that's gonna be there? And this
Um,
stuff changes, man. Like we
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah,
we
yeah,
preseason, we just talking hype. So
yeah,
I mean, this
yeah.
this would
Y'all
be a
don't
whole different
snip this
conversation.
up and hold me to it.
Yeah, I
uh,
am.
I'm gonna put Ohio State in there just because they ain't got many games.
Yeah.
Um, Ohio State, like I said, Sark, he got to do it this year. So I'm gonna put Texas up there. Um, I'm gonna put Miami, man.
Okay.
Put Miami in there, and or I'm gonna go Oregon,
Oregon.
top 4.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go and again, this will change. It might change week one after week one. But I'm gonna go Texas, Oregon, Georgia, and Alabama. Those will be my final four. Um what's your national championship pick out of the four you got, cuz?
I'm gonna go Texas.
Texas. That's the same one I got. I got Texas as my national championship winner. I think Sarkisian got to get it done, man. This is the year, like Cuz was saying earlier. Like he can't he got everything he needs to win it. He got I think arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the country, arguably one of the top two receivers in the country with Cam Coleman, a defense coming back. I think Texas got to get it done this year if they want to, um, you know, look at all the money that's been spent there and justify that. So that's what I'm going with. But let's talk a little bit of Heisman talk, man. So who's one that you're looking at for your Heisman?
Mm. You got to put Arch up there, just because
Yeah,
this year his numbers gonna look a lot better. Man, you throwing the ball up to Cam Coleman, they gonna make each other look better than they looked in the past.
yeah,
You got to put Arch in there. Um, I think Mensa,
yeah,
that quarterback Miami got,
yeah,
he he's good, man. I think he gonna put up some numbers and behind that offensive line that Mario gonna put together.
yeah,
Um, I'm not to say he didn't have that at Duke, but I don't know enough about Duke, but
yeah.
I know they didn't have the guys up front like that Mario got. So that's two. Um, Man, trying to think of a running back I'll put in there, man.
Yeah, it's hard to put the running backs in there lately, man. For some reason,
Yeah.
even though Jeremiah Smith kind of was showing up last year, but I mean, I got Julian Sayin winning it.
Mm.
Not because I think he's the best quarterback or anything. I just think that Jeremiah Smith is a dog, bro, and I think he finna go crazy in that season. So Julian Sayin I say wins it just because Jeremiah Smith goes crazy, which he might should be the Heisman winner, but quarterbacks kind of get that nudge to kind of they still show sometimes, but Arch, man, I mean he would be my favorite to like go into the Heisman Trophy. But I say Ohio State throw the ball a lot this year, and Julian Sand probably got something to say about it maybe, but no, I like those, man. What about your dark horse? Who won that somebody don't see coming and could win it?
It won't happen. But Sark is about to use. You remember how y'all used Smitty and
Yeah,
was that 2020?
yeah.
Sark about to use Cam like that. Maybe not the jet sweeps and stuff like that because he ain't really that type of player. But as
Uh-huh.
far as like just sheer touches, he
Yeah,
about to touch the ball, man, 12, 13, 14 times a game.
I can see
He
that.
gonna get him that ball, but that also means it's gonna make Art's chances of winning it a lot higher.
Right.
Um, but I guess the super dark horse would be at least Cam getting invited.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
to
I can see that. I can see Cam getting in there, going crazy. Um, Dark horse for me, man. I'm just gonna throw, I'm gonna throw my team a little love out there. I think whoever wins quarterback battle in Alabama, dark horse wise, I think Keelan Russell wins that job down there. So I think if Alabama got to get to anywhere close to where they need to, he got to go crazy this year. And I know people will say, "Yo, he a freshman. That's a lot of pressure." But I've seen plenty of freshmen uh, do what they need to do and not, you don't need extra years to kind of get that going. So,
he a
I,
red shirt freshman,
yeah, he
right?
a redshirt
Yeah.
freshman, so not true freshman. So I think Keelan Russell will be one of them dark horse players if Alabama is doing what they need to do. And I think there's a lot of receivers down there that's not getting enough love, you know, either. So I think, if he can play at an elite level, then he could probably put his name in that conversation. So, but that's obviously a long shot, as I know that. But that's who I'll probably go with. Um, but yeah, so yeah, man. So we're gonna get into a little bit of the biggest storylines, man, going into the season. So we got you got your most overrated teams out there, you got your most underrated teams out there. So let's just do a couple teams on both, man, and I'll start it off, man. Like my most overrated team going into this year, man, to me, and I kind of spoke on it earlier because like I think Indiana is a team that might be getting a little bit too much credit. Uh, Dang, man, let me rewind. I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to sound like a hater, man, but like at the same time, I think Indiana, um, with the situation they had last year with those players coming in, man, those that elderly group that they had with them and experience, not taking anything from them, they had a great season. And you mix that in with a Heisman winning quarterback. I think that they got a little bit too much of that transferring over to them going into the next season, to this season. And I think that I need to see what this new quarterback looks like and then what they're adding, the new pieces they added. So I think I'm gonna go with them. And then I had two other teams, man. I was going back and forth with Ole Miss and Texas Tech. I think both of those teams getting talked about a lot, man, as far as like this national championship contending teams. And I'm like, hell, Ole Miss lost Lane Kiffin, which I feel like you do need to have a coach that can coach a whole season and show you something before you just give Golden all of this credit of he won playoff games. I get that, but I do believe putting together a whole season in the SEC, winning games to get to that point, it got to count for something. So I'm gonna go with those
Yeah.
teams right there, man. Well, overrated teams. What you thinking?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, LSU.
LSU. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
they super overhyped right now.
yeah,
I understand what Kiffin, what he brings, to the offensive side, but like I said, he ain't won no big games yet, man. So
yeah.
you gotta show me.
Yeah, I see. I'm on the other side of the LSU thing, and I'm with you though. I'm with you. He got to show you, but shoot, man, that's a crazy roster that they got. Um, I still got to see. I mean, receiver wise though, I'm trying to think. I mean, LSU always got receivers, man. I mean, I think they got talent everywhere though. That's LSU, but we're gonna find out a lot, uh, about them early on in the season. They got some big games, man. But what about underrated teams, man? I'm gonna go with Florida. I'm gonna do a little something different than I gave earlier. I got Florida as one of those teams that might go underrated. New coach situation down there might be a little bit underrated, going under the radar a little bit. Um, to see what they can do. I also, had Auburn as one of those teams that might be a little bit underrated, being slept on a little bit. And one of the teams that I'm also gonna go with, man, is USC. I think USC might might be slept on just a little bit, which is kind of crazy in the Big Ten. But I feel like they were kind of a player or two away from some games last year, where in the Big Ten they could have been in a little bit different situation. But Lincoln Riley, man, he kind of suspect to me too, though. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what you thinking? Underrated teams?
Yeah, I definitely think Auburn, my boys, are underrated. Just because I know what we got coming back on defense. I know what Alex Golich is gonna bring, and I think we really gonna surprise some people. I know I'm sounding like a Lane hater, but I think people are sleeping on Ole Miss. I think
Mm.
Ole Miss is gonna be just as good on offense.
There's a dude at work today I talked to, man, that he said the same thing. Because I kind of mentioned this today at work that Ole Miss was one of those teams I felt like was a little bit overrated. But and I think we talked about it in the group message too a little bit earlier today. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I got you, bro. Chambliss
There's
is
mixed feelings, like you said,
yeah.
overrated, but I've seen people, think they gonna take a big step back, and I just don't think
Mm,
that. Not even offensively. I
yeah,
think they got an offensive coordinator that's gonna dial it up and shoot probably be, a little more calculated and less risky than
yeah,
than
true,
than Lane.
true.
And I really like Trinidad Chambers. I hate Ole
I
Miss. Just put that on the
Yeah,
record.
I'm
I
not a
hate
big
them.
Ole Miss fan either, man. And honestly, Chambliss is not even a problem to me. I think him and Lacey. I think is, you know, top 25 NFL talent type players, man. But to me, it's like, what else do they have to complement that? I don't know, like that's the part I gotta see. Like, who else is out there? Because I do know Chambliss and Lacey not gonna be enough to do what they need to do. So that was my biggest
Yeah,
concern going into it.
I think that offense is going to mean Lane has really never had to have a stud receiver. That's why I think, you know, he'll be
Hmm.
okay at LSU because I don't think they got no big name
Yeah,
receivers.
not that we
But
know of. Yeah,
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 but I
yeah,
think that system is going to stay the same at Ole Miss. And like we probably can't even name a receiver on their team, but I think they'll
yeah.
be all right. We probably couldn't name one last year.
That's
I mean,
true.
they had that
Yeah,
one guy with
yeah.
the dreads. I can't even remember his name, but
And
they
the
still
big and
put up
the
numbers.
number 14, big tall tight end. I think he was tight end, or it might have just been a receiver. But yeah, you're right. No
Yeah,
like breakout player type
yeah.
deal.
And
So
Golden is he's a pretty good defense coordinator, man. So
yeah,
I ain't really worried about them on the defensive side.
yeah, yeah.
But
I like that. What's um what's the biggest matchup going into week one? I know. Don't give me Auburn and Baylor because I know that's your boys, but that is one of them. Auburn Baylor is going to be one of those big time matchups. But before you even answer it, man, to me, I feel like the slate is kind of even just diluted this year compared to last year. We don't got like real big highlighted games. But
you looking at the
what's
slate right now?
well, I
Uh,
had it pulled up. I can pull it back up, but The let's see. Yeah, so I got it here. So we got we'll go ahead and throw Auburn and Baylor in there. I think that's gonna be one of
You
your
kind of
biggest.
got to because this look
Yeah,
trash, bro.
that's what I'm saying. You pulled it up. So I mean, I looked at it earlier before we jumped on, man. I was like, yo, and I kind of did a little short on it not too long ago about the because I looked at it, man. Last season, we had a damn good slate of football games, man, going into week one. But this year, which y'all played Baylor too last year, week one, right?
Yeah, we
Um,
played them at Baylor.
yeah. So I mean, so obviously you got Auburn, Baylor. I see. I mean, the biggest game to me is going to be the Clemson LSU game. Uh, but shoot, man, I mean, you got maybe Stanford, Miami. Uh,
You got man, yeah, this is you got
it's
Oregon,
just,
Boise State, but that ain't nothing.
I
Uh,
mean, I know you and me both gonna watch it still,
oh yeah,
still
I'm gonna
like,
watch all these.
but, I'm just saying, man, this we got robbed this year, bro. We got
Okay,
robbed,
okay.
man.
You got SMU Florida State. They playing on the 7th, so I think that's that Monday, Labor Day
Oh,
or
SMU,
Memorial Day.
Florida State. Okay, yeah,
Oh, and
that'll be
then you
something.
got Ole Miss Louisville. Okay, so
They
we
playing
got a
on
little
Monday
some.
as well.
They play on the 6th, and then you got Wisconsin Notre Dame. They play on the 6th. So we
Okay.
got some. Yeah, just that Saturday is not that great.
The Saturday is just not to jump off like I
Yeah.
wanted it to be, but I got a wedding I got to go to on
Oh
that
man.
Saturday. So yeah, don't worry. I got to talk to my man's when I get there and figure out how he got talked into to get married on the Saturday before kickoff. But no, congratulations to my man though, for real. But yeah, so yeah, week one gonna be kind of crazy, man. But let's see. Okay, so we talked about the coaches that are kind of like, in a position of like not on the hot seat, but just kind of like on a lookout, man. But now we talking about the hot seat. What coaches you think? Give me one coach you think is on the hot seat, man. If he don't perform this year, he out of there.
Fired. Like
Yeah, fired, out.
um
He done. Like this is it. You better perform this year. It's a done deal.
top of the dome, I'm gonna go with Shane Beamer.
Ooh, Shane Beamer. That's a
Yeah,
good
I
one.
feel like he a decent coach. It's just
Yeah.
hard to win in SEC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I just feel like them fans, you know how these I feel like the state colleges, South
Mm-hmm.
Carolina is the college of the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of South Carolina. So I feel
Yeah.
like they hold themselves to a
Yeah. Yeah,
higher
no,
than
for
what they
sure.
probably should, and they gonna want they gonna want to get somebody in there that they think is gonna take them to at least the playoffs. And if he don't do something this year, because he gets some players, man.
Nah, I mean
He
shit,
gets
man.
some players.
I mean, South Carolina, bro, they been got players, man. I'm with you, man. I think that um one of them programs, like you said, they wanna go ahead and get it done. So if he don't I mean, they've been close. When I say close, they almost made the playoffs a couple years ago. Probably should have got in. I remember that year that I'm talking about. It was like came down to like Alabama, South Carolina, and I think it was Miami or something. Or no, but it might have been Vanderbilt. But
Yeah.
yeah, probably they South Carolina probably had a good argument of getting in. So I mean, I know they've been close, but yeah, I can see that. I can most definitely see that. One I'm going with, man, is Mike Norvell, bro. I think Florida State probably like them winning two
Yeah.
games and then I mean, I know they beat Alabama last year, which was a big win for them, and then but haven't played up to any standard that like a Florida State program, man. So I think that he's probably on the hot seat. I think if they don't I mean, he have another four win season. He out of there, man. I don't think he survives, after that. So, I'll go with Mike Norvell, but I think Shane Beamer is another one. I think you're right about that. Um, But yeah, last one, man. So Auburn is your team, man. That's your boys. What freshman? Because you always know you got like freshmen that you watching coming into the season. Like you always pick a few freshmen, right? Like what freshman are you looking at on Auburn? It's like, yo, I'm watching out for him. I want to see what he does. Hopefully he can live up to how we recruited him or whatever the case is. Y'all got anybody down there? Y'all watching?
That's what's so crazy and unique about this season, bro.
Hmm.
No true freshman, bro.
Wow, on Auburn?
That
None?
there's some, but I don't see any
None
of them
that you can
coming
see being
in.
a play
Yeah,
like a game changer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
Which is the crazy thing, not to cut you off, the crazy thing is there's probably low key sometimes that might be a good thing with, you got more experience coming in rather than trying to find a 18, 17, 18-year old trying to jump into a big position.
yeah.
So,
And Auburn, we notorious for throwing them out there
yeah.
with just trying to make them the savior. Bo Nix, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
He wasn't
mm.
ready that first year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Malzahn threw him out there.
Yeah.
Um, Cam, like even Cam, good as he was, man, he well that was a Freeze thing, man.
Yeah.
Freeze just thought the 5 stars was just gonna save him. He didn't have to do
Yeah.
no coaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
but yeah,
Cam wasn't even
man. I mean, Deshaun Spencer is one that I would like to see. I think he'll get some burn, but not much, just because we got a couple in front of him.
yeah.
He's that kid from he uh he went down there to at Saraland with
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ron
yeah, yeah.
Williams.
Where Ron Williams went. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like him. He like a slot receiver.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to have him this year. But yeah, that's a good question because yeah, that's a real unique situation we got this year.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you
expect no freshman to really
you
play.
never know. They might have one emerge, out of nowhere,
Yeah.
so but yeah, my freshman on my team that I'll be looking out for, I've been hearing a lot about Darian Morgan, big time receiver out of Alabama.
Hmm.
But getting a lot of comparisons to Julio Jones type vibe. So
Mm.
I'm trying to see what he does. But I've seen as you've seen too before, 5-star athletes, big time recruits don't live anywhere close to the hype that they come in there with. So, but it's always fun to kind of watch them and see like what they do. So, that most definitely be one. But but man, yeah, that's wrapping it up for us, man. We're gonna go through before we be totally done with. I want to do like a little rapid fire with you, cuz just to kind of get the juices flowing a little bit. So off the top of your head, I'm just gonna shoot these questions off, man, and you just let me know what your answer is, and I'll just go right by. I'll piggyback up behind you and just throw mine out there. But not overthinking it, just kind of answering it how you get it. So number one, man, we're gonna go with the best stadium in the nation. What you got?
Jordan Hare, man.
Jordan Harry, and that's crazy you say that because I got Nick Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium, so that's kind of funny. All right, toughest place to play, man. What's the toughest place you think in the whole country to play? You don't want to go there, though. Don't give me your team, but like if you had to go somewhere,
Yeah.
like what place is the toughest place to play?
Baton Rouge, I would
Baton Rouge,
think.
that's funny, bro.
Yeah.
I got the same thing. I got LSU, man. I think LSU, Death Valley, that's tough to play in, man. So I got the same answer. Your favorite rivalry? What's your favorite rivalry in college football?
Iron Bowl, man.
Iron Bowl. There's no other answer to it
That's
but
it.
that, man. So I would have been disappointed if you would have said anything else other than that. Um, Man, this one I got right here, I couldn't even answer it because it was kind of hard for me to do it. But what's the best mascot to you in college football?
Mascot.
Yeah,
Hmm. I mean, I love Albie, man.
yeah,
He's so cool.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough one, man.
That is a tough one. It was kind of hard for me to answer that one, man. But I mean, like, if I'm not gonna pick my mascot, Big Al, I'll probably. I think it's kind of cool to have like a live tiger in your stadium, man. So I think LSU with the live tiger down there, that's kind of crazy. And then, um, you know, it is kind of weird to see big old bull running down the street with the Texas.
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy. So I
yeah,
don't think I realized how, like my boy Taylor, man, he be showing me pictures of like when he go down there to Texas, how they got that big old bull, and I don't think people realize how big that thing is.
yeah.
But yeah, so I'll go with that. Best uniforms in college football. What you thinking?
Ooh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Oregon State, man. It's
You
something
gonna say
about that.
Oregon State? You said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
orange and black together,
yeah,
man. I've
yeah,
always liked when I see them in them all blacks and that
yeah.
them orange letters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
that. I
that.
like that.
Yeah,
I went with Oregon, and I felt like I'm gonna put another one out there just because I feel like Oregon is just way too easy to pick. You know what I'm saying? Because they got so many different variety of uniforms. But
yeah.
I think one that's kind of slept on a little bit is um I think, man, I don't want to say it because Brian, I do like Miami's uniforms with
Which ones?
the black ones, the all black
With
with the
because it
U
got
on.
the orange. You kind of like the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
So you know what I'm
you
saying?
probably never really paid attention. But next time Oregon State play, I don't know if it's they home or away, but you
Yeah.
got to stay up late to watch them. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta.
that black with the orange letters, it
No,
looked
that's kind of
good.
crazy. Yeah, because I kind of do like black in the uniforms. Period. To me, kind of make it look kind of slick. So yeah, I like that. The best college football tradition and like in college football, what's the best tradition you think is out there?
Eagle flight, man.
The Eagle flight.
It's so unique. Like
Yeah,
just to see that eagle
yeah,
flying. Yeah, it's
yeah.
I
That's
like
pretty
that
dope,
one.
man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Just seeing watch the big ass bird flying around the stadium, then come back every single time, bro. That's kind of dope. And every time I hear a story about players down there that see that, they always say it's kind of crazy to see that. So I think that is pretty cool. Um, man, biggest football tradition, man. I don't know. I like that's kind of hard to pick one for me. I'm just gonna go. I'm not even gonna go with the daggone teams, bro. I'm gonna go with college game day, just the tradition of college game
Oh
day.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna just say that because I'm cheating now. So I mean,
Can we
it's
talk
hard.
about the dumbest tradition?
Yeah, well, yeah, give it to me. What's
Clemson, bro. They get on that bus. They got pads on. They know they crammed up on that dumb bus. And then they get off the bus and run down the hill.
yo, cause it's just a matter of time to somebody bust their ass, bro, run down
Yes.
that hill, bro.
Steep ass hill, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
starting quarterback couldn't play because he busted his ass down the hill, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy. Nah,
Dabo
that's
be jetting down there, boy.
yeah, that's funny. I feel like you got to run super fast down that hill to stay safe, bro. Like you can't halfway run down that damn hill, bro. You got to like full sprint it because otherwise you gon' like jack some shit up. So, nah, I'm with you on that. That's funny. All right, yo, the best game you ever watched, man. Give me two of them. The best college football games you ever watched.
Hmm, man. It's so many and now but it's still hard. Let me think. I mean, I hate to say Auburn every dang
No, no,
question,
bro,
but
no,
I
no.
mean the 2013 Iron Ball, man, it came down
The
to a
kick,
kick six.
the
I
kick
mean,
six. I knew you was gonna say that.
I
And the
mean,
crazy part about it, y'all, I was with this man whenever it happened. I was with Kilt whenever that happened, and yo, that was crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that one still burn. That hurts, bro. Uh, but yeah, the kick six is a good one. You got another one?
um, I'll say it was at your place in Nashville. It was Miami and damn, now I'm about to feel dumb because I don't know who they were playing. But
You
it
talking about the
was
time
that
you on?
kickoff, and it was a bowl game,
Mm,
and they kicked it off, and they ran it all the way back, but they had like several laterals, and that's how they won
yes,
the game.
yes, I remember
So
that. That's when
that
you and Brian and Sean and them all came up. Steve.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. I don't remember who they was
I
playing
can't
either
remember who they
though.
was playing, but I know
Yeah.
that was a good game.
Yeah, Brian was ready to go out after that, man. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one, man. So the two I got, man, I got USC Texas 2006 national championship game.
Oh
I thought
yeah,
that one was pretty good.
yeah,
That's one that I can't forget, man. It was just you know, Reggie Bush and all of them, and then with Vince Young, that was just a good game. But then I got Bama versus Georgia in that national championship game when Jalen Hurts got pulled out and Tua had to come in there and win it at the end with the Hail Mary pass. I think that was one that's kind of hard for me to forget. So I'm gonna go with them too. But I'm with you, bro. It's a lot of them, bro. It's a lot of them. Um,
Let me take that Miami one out since I didn't know who they was playing.
yeah,
One of the
yeah.
best games, bro, was that national championship 2016. The
Mm.
2015 was good too when y'all beat Clemson. That
Oh, the
that
one you're talking about, the one with Watson and and
at
and the
and
the second
Renfro
one. Yeah, yeah,
at the
yeah, yeah,
end, yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
a
It
that
was
was a
a
damn
pick,
good
bro.
game.
It was a pick, cuz it was a pick.
But man, yeah, Jalen scored
Yeah,
and thought the
that
game
was a
was
good
over,
one.
and then that was a good national
No, that was a
championship.
damn good national championship game. Yeah, I like that one
Remember, I
too.
won that board. I won
You sure did. You
the
won. Yeah,
picks.
yeah. That would make you when you win money on games too, bro. It make it that much better. Of course, that was a real good one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. 'Cause that was a big pool that we had too that year. There's a
yeah,
lot of
man.
people in that.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah. All right. And then who wins the SEC championship this year? Who you got? Who you rocking with? I
Mm,
know you picked Texas as your national championship winner, but
yeah,
who you going
yeah, that
with?
don't even matter.
Yeah. Hey, right.
Shoot, man, it would have to be who had the easiest schedule. I'm gonna go with Georgia. You know they win
Yeah,
they
yeah,
SEC
yeah,
championships.
yeah. I got Georgia as well, bro. That's what I got written down. So I'm gonna rock with Georgia too until somebody can beat Kirby now. It's hard not to pick them, man. And honestly, I don't think we talked enough about Georgia, to be honest with you, man. But
Damn, sure didn't.
I think Georgia is one of the ones, bro. I think Gunnar Stockton. I don't think he got to do anything flashy. He just got to play solid and let the defense do what they do. I think Georgia will be straight for real. But yeah, I'll rock with them too. And then we obviously already talked about our national championship winner, which was the last one, which is we both picked Texas. So again, that could change for me. I don't know about you, but after I
Yeah,
see week one and week two, by the time I get to usually like week five, we're gonna circle back around on this and then we're gonna talk about it again because things change, man. I guarantee y'all, week five of Auburn undefeated, he gonna be saying that Auburn finna win the national championship.
oh
So
yeah, for sure. Man, let us beat. We definitely winning the first three, and
yeah.
then you let us beat Florida. You
Yeah.
let us go into
Oh, that
Tennessee,
Florida. Yeah, if you
go
can
into
get to
Tennessee
Florida,
undefeated. Yeah,
if you can get to Florida undefeated and get Florida, who you got after Florida?
I'm pretty sure it's Tennessee.
Yeah, at Tennessee?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no. We got Vandy. We got Vandy at Auburn before Tennessee.
Okay.
So we
Shit,
got
it's
Baylor,
crazy
Southern
that,
Miss, Florida, Vandy, then Tennessee.
bro, how the hell can we not have the toughest conference, bro? When we talking about, bro, we got to get through Vandy too, though, bro. Like, got like, come on, man. Like, now we talking about Vanderbilt, bro. Like, and honestly, bro, like, I'm not like, I'm laughing, but I'm serious at the same time. Like, they legitimate enough now where you can't just say that's a dub, right? Like, you got to
Yeah,
really go in there. They kind of remind me of South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like, a
yeah,
team that you probably could beat, but it ain't a guarantee. It's like, bro, if you don't come ready to play, they'll beat you type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like they kind of giving that type of vibe, but nah, bro, but nah, cause hey, for real, man, appreciate you coming on, chopping it up, talking college football, man, and obviously we're gonna have you back plenty more, and you know what I'm saying we'll continue to talk throughout the college football season. So anytime you want to come on, you already know, we can keep talking it, and but yeah, man. So make sure you guys, obviously, like and subscribe to the podcast if you like what you're hearing. Again, we bringing on people with just regular thoughts and regular people that just enjoy talking sports. Not that professional look on takes on games, but just kind of giving you an everyday average fan feel. So. Um, but yeah, guys, so we appreciate it, man, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
War Eagle.